Hi, I'm Kristen, and in today's video, I'm offering a choose life choice for your body, and that is how to experience God in a greater degree of intimacy while you are exercising. I share a little bit about my story of how I fell into this and how I kept the two disconnected, either growing in intimacy with the Lord or working out. If maybe I had a few 45 minutes before my day, I didn't know how to do the both. And so I'd love for you to tune in and hear my story as well as make the choose life choice. And if you decide to apply this choose life choice, I'd love to hear your feedback about what's happening in your life. Hi, I'm Kristen. I'm a wife, mother, life coach, health coach, author, speaker, but most importantly, I'm head over heels in love with Jesus. And I am passionate about helping people live a healthier, more fulfilling, purposeful life. And so I do that with offering choose life choices for their spirit, soul, body to position themselves to receive more of God's blessings. And so if you're interested in growing deeper with the Lord, or just simple tweaks, simple choices you can make to receive more of the Lord's blessings, or just interested in the spirit, soul, body, wholeness, and fullness that is available for you, then I'd suggest subscribing to this channel because I talk about all those things. In this video, I'm talking about a choose life choice for your body. And this is one that is really exciting to me. So I grew up in a very athletic family and we played sports. And so always moving our body probably to the most competitive, utmost level, no matter what sport we were doing. But at the same time, I wasn't raised in a Christian home. And so we didn't talk about the Lord or open the Bible. I don't actually know if anybody owned a Bible. Maybe somebody did, but we didn't talk about it. We didn't go to church. I didn't have that part of my life at all growing up. And it was in college that I said yes to Jesus. And I fell very head over heels in love with him in a very passionate, strong way. And he immediately became my everything, and it made to all that I was missing. And so he became my focus, and I began to desire him and seek him out. I would say just different than even my friends, my other friends that were Christians. I just remember going out to dinner with them or coffee with them or just hanging out with them. Like, I just want to talk about God all the time. All the time, I just wanted to talk about him. And he was my favorite thing to discuss and what he was doing in people's lives and the new thing. And, what is he, how is he leading and guiding and pruning and correcting? And I just love talking about him. And so that happened in December of 1996. And I was 18 years old then. And I had said yes to Jesus and began falling deeply in love with him. And so from there, I played soccer in college, still very competitive and very, as far as performing in a high competitive level with my body. And then my degree was in health and human performance. And so the emphasis of kinesiology and just in the health and wellness industry. And I began personal training after I graduated college. And so still in love with Jesus, now personal training, meeting with people one-on-one. So as a personal trainer, I am still compartmentalizing for some reason this body part of my life and the spirit part of my life as far as growing with the Lord. And probably some of that was taught to me. I don't know if you guys ever did the wheel of life, but the wheel of life is basically, it's this circle and it has these different spokes, like a wheel, like a bicycle wheel. And one spoke might be your spiritual part, and one spoke might be your relationships, and one might be profession, your career, one would be health, and so taking care of your body, and so another one might be finances. So just based on that teaching from precious churches and spiritual mentors, I was groomed to think that like God was a spoke, and how is my relationship with God doing, and how is my relationship with spending money and finances and savings going, and how is my relationship with others, how is my relationship in pursuit of my career. So I was being taught to compartmentalize my life. And I wrote in my book, The Zoe Life, how this just did not work, that we'll end up coming off the hinges, and it didn't work. And so I go into all that. And that is really when the Zoe life began for me, where God is in everything and receiving him in intimacy in all things began to unravel and fold. And that has become the Zoe life for my story. But I will say, so in my personal trainer space and even exercise space, again, I kept it separate. And it was simple as if I woke up and I had I don't know, 45 minutes. And it's kind of this question: am I going to spend 45 minutes with the Lord? Or am I maybe going to spend 20 minutes exercising and then 25 minutes with the Lord? It was kind of this either or. I did not know how to exercise. And at the time, I'm a personal trainer in love with Jesus, teaching people how to exercise, but disconnecting the two. But I personally didn't really know how to exercise and experience the Lord in an intimate way while exercising. It was an either or. So, and I'm not just talking about like listening to a podcast or listening to the Bible, while working out. I mean, and that actually can be a way to marry the two, if you will. What I'm discussing is something where I'm exercising and without really help of listening to something, how can I experience God from a place of intimacy in this space? And it began to occur for me just organically, but really it came through breath. And so that's the choose life choice I'm offering today is while you're exercising, I want you to be mindful of your breath when you exercise. So sorry for the very long-winded story about getting here at this choose life choice, but I just want to share a little bit of me too for you to get to know me and my background. And so there, obviously, we do know it is the breath of God that was life into Adam's body. It was the breath of God into the army that Ezekiel called forth. And so it is our breath, right? Without his breath in us, we would all be dead. And so it is his breath that sustains us. It is his life that gives us life. And even the name Yahweh goes with the sound and rhythm and flow of breath of Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. And you can really hear it like if you were to go through a hospital and people are struggling for breath, as they are breathing, it is Yahweh, Yahweh. And so I'm spelling Yahweh, that YHWH, the name of God minus the vowels. And so Yahweh is his name. We literally say his name. We speak him every time we breathe. But I want you to think about as you're exercising, really put your mind on him. Put your mind on him when you're exercising and feel the exertion of him, of his life. Because as we're exercising, we're breathing a little heavier, whether you're going upstairs or just running aggressively or, perhaps lifting, whatever you're doing. It's an inhale, exhale through the motion. And I want you to just think of him. Think of him with every inhale, exhale versus just like, just exhaling on exertion of the exercise. I don't want you to just think of the exhale. I want you to think of breathing the breath of God through you. And I know this sounds simple, but I promise you will unlock things that absolutely will position you to experience more of the Lord in a place of gratitude and thanksgiving, in a place of just a heightened awareness of him. And that is actually our heart, right? Our heartbeat is to live more alive and awake to him in our everydayness and our every presentness, but also to like not live the compartmentalized life that doesn't work anyway, to live integrated and the spirit, soul, body integration. And so to bring his spirit in the space that your body's performing and your soul is making the decision. My thoughts are going to be fixed on him in this moment. And so perhaps throughout that 30-minute workout that you do, your mind may wander a bit, but just go back to him and think of him and his life breathing through you with every rep, with every, as you're walking, whatever's going on, think about him just absolutely breathing through you. And even tell him, just invite him in just with your words and saying, God, in this moment, I want to do something different. I want to experience intimacy as I am strengthening my body. I want to experience intimacy with you. And so I'm going to focus on my breath, which I know that life is in the breath. And so life is also in his blood, but life is in the breath. And so as I'm leaning in and focusing on my breath, I want to experience you. So just tell him in your own words that you are making this decision, making this choose life choice to draw closer in intimacy with him. And I would love to hear what comes out of it. So please feel free to write a comment or contact us, whatever. I'd love to hear. And so the choose life choice is lean into God's breath while you exercise. It's not two different things. Spend time with him or work out, but it's like with him, with Jesus, you are moving forward in this, strengthening your body, this working out. And that we know when we choose life, we position ourselves to receive more of his blessings. And we're choosing life and not being right in our own eyes. There's a way that seems right for a man, but in the end it leads to death. Our choose life choice is leading into him and his powerful word and his powerful spirit within us. And so much love to you today. Choose life, find freedom, take territory, because more than ever, now is the time.